how many screens do you have hooked up to your computer? Or better yet, what is dual displays? Well, I'm not talking about having 3 or 4 or 5 or 8 displays hooked up to your computer. I don't know anyone who has 8 displays hooked up to their computer, but I'm sure someone does. But I'm talking about having two screens for your computer. You know? 2. Dual. Well, you may not know, but I have 2 screens. This is my main screen right here, and then my built-in laptop screen is a display for it. And there's different ways you can use dual displays. You can mirror them, or you can have them extend your desktop. You can move your mouse off the edge of one right onto another, or just drag your stuff across. Okay. So, dual displays. Well, first of all, your computer has to be able to support it. Second of all, you need to have the right ports. If you only have one VGA or DVI, you're not going to have much luck hooking up 2 displays unless you have some sort of magical adapter piece. And yes, they do make them. So, you have to make sure you can support it. But then, once you get your displays set up, like I said, you can mirror them. Mirroring is where you have both displays showing the same exact thing. There's no difference, and whatever you do on one screen happens on the other. Or if it's not mirrored, if it's extending your desktop, then you can go off the edge of one straight onto another, which some people find pretty neat. Others are just like, whatever, it sounds obnoxious. So some people say they'd rather have one big display, like a 50-inch or something, than 2 24 inches, or anything really, 2 20 inches. Let's say that. Well, those people have reasons for it, and people have reasons for wanting multiple smaller displays compared to one big display. Now, an advantage with having them split up is when you full size a window, it's not taking up all your desktop space. You can have multiple things open at once if you like to full size things, and then you can get 2 times as much stuff done. If you have one big screen, you could spread it out, but if you're one of those people who's like addicted to making everything take up the entire screen, like opening up your internet and having it take up the entire screen, or Microsoft Word like I do, look at that, just covered up my entire screen, then you're going to have some trouble because you're not going to have any extra space. So like for me, I have my Ustream broadcast console, the chat room, CamTwist, the preview, all that stuff opened over there for the live stream and videos. And then over here, I have all my main stuff. Here's my applications folder. Here's my dock, all my junk on the desktop. And yeah, just everything I minimize and all that stuff is over there. So that's an advantage. Instead of me cramming it all onto one display, I can break it up onto others. You know? Easy. So you might take a little while to get used to having more than one display. I know it took me a little while to remember, oh, I have 2 displays, I can use them both. But once you get used to it, it's actually hard to go back. I know when I unplug my monitor and go mobile on my laptop, it's confusing because I only have one display, and I'm used to having a big 20-inch right here, so everything's all nice and big, and I have like 2,000 things on my dock, and it's so nice and big, and then it crunches down onto a 13-inch screen, and you can't see a thing, you know? So it takes a while to get used to going back or forwards. So I know a lot of people have 2 or 3 displays. Well, 1, 2, or 3 displays. Those are the most common numbers of displays. And I'll say 3 because some people if they have their dock or their task toolbar thing at the bottom, and they like everything to be symmetrical, I sort of like that, then having two, it can only be on one unless they're mirrored, and they want it centered. So they'll have a display here, they're both extending, and then their main display is in the middle. I've actually considered doing that when I get my desktop. But either way, dual displays is having two displays, and it goes off the edge of one onto another. I personally like it, and other people may not. It's all a personal decision. There's nothing saying you have to do it. There's nothing saying which one's better than other. I personally think that the more the merrier. I like having multiple displays, but I know some people who say, no, I just want one big display. So they go buy a 20-something inch display, and they're done. They don't need anything else. They just plug that up, and then they can just sit there all day. But I like to have multiple displays. I'm going to go ahead and move this camera, see if I can show you the way I have it set up. Probably going to feel some bumps here. Oh my gosh, I can make. See? Because here's my main display. And then there is my MacBook. Yep, right there. So I have my main display right there, and then there's cables connecting it to the MacBook. Go ahead and put this down. Cable's not really long for this camera. Don't worry about that. There we go. So, as you see, I like having multiple displays. Now, in some ways it's better, I know it's better, when you have multiple displays. I think it's better to have them the same size, even better, the same exact display. Same exact model, same exact color, everything, so there's nothing distracting you. But sometimes that's not possible, and other people don't agree. And here I have a 13-inch display on my laptop, and then a 20-inch monitor right here, So there's differences, but of course there's ways you can elevate them, make them level with each other. I know I have my 13-inch centered straight up with my 20-inch using the Griffin elevator. You can see my unboxing and review of that, I believe, on YouTube. But basically, I am one of the people who thinks having dual displays is better. But what do you think? Go ahead and email me. Drop me a line at jordan.klekot@gmail.com. That's jordan.klekot@gmail.com. Or, of course, check out my YouTube channel and subscribe and rate and comment on all those videos. But don't forget to subscribe. It's youtube.com/appledude25. That's appledude25. Or, of course, the live stream and the chat room at Ustream. It's ustream.tv/channel/jordan-klekot-live. But just click the link in the video description, because I promise you'll mess that up. Unless you, put me in video editing software and slow me down. ustream.tv/channel/jordan-klekot-live. Wow, that took a long time. Okay, but of course check me out there, and thanks for watching.